Welcome back. I'm Gary Parr.
And I'm Beth Ellicott.
And you are listening to the midweek version of the Fiber Talk podcast that we do for needlework artists every other week. Because, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That's what we do.
Sunday will be Hillary Leslie of H. Leslie Design. Gonna want if you are interested in trying embroidery, you're gonna want to check her out because she has lots of small designs that if you want to just give it a try, she's really good at that. And then she has a book, not a new book, it's been out a minute, based on the Bridgerton show, Regency Designs, and so it's a bunch of projects. So it's a fun book, and then none of them are complex, none of them are large or anything. They're all just fun things to do. So if you enjoy embroidery, you want to check her out. If you want to give it a try, she'd be one to test. So Hillary Leslie will be Sunday. Yeah, so check that out. Patreon subscribers. If you want to become a Patreon subscriber, we'd appreciate it. So help support us, help keep this thing going. So yeah. Join us at patreon.com/fibertalk. Lots of stuff. We just put up just a couple days ago, detailed, what's an hour and a half?
Yeah. An hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, was it an hour and 45? I just know it took me forever to process the video, but it takes you through every step of a Best drum, her Quaker drum that she made completely out of stash, and how to finish it and get a really nice drum. So it's a long thing, but it's the kind of thing that if you're going to make your own, you would just put on and start and stop because very handy. So that's available for Patreon subscribers. And I think the thing that, other than how to make the drum, that I took out of it is several of the techniques are very handy for finishing other things like round ornaments.
Right.
And so there's much more you can get out of this thing other than making a drum if you don't want to make a drum. So, yeah.
It's always, I don't know, I think it's good to learn, see if you try it once, see if you would really like it or you hate it. And then if you hate it, you send them off. Yeah. But if you like it, it's a new skill. It's a good skill to have.
Yeah. And somebody asked about, what she was getting at is for our drums like a thing. Like is there a history behind drums? And you gave the right response. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. Right. But I was thinking on my bike ride this morning, that question popped into my head because, over the course of 3 hours, a lot of things pop into your head. And, a drum, all right, making a drum, but think of that as a cylinder. Don't think of it as a drum. Because you made a 4th of July hat, a top hat, which would use the same technique of making a drum, wrapping, stitching around a cylinder. So think of that as a cylinder instead of a drum, and then a cylinder that is fat, wide, tall, short, squished, all those things. Pincushion, short little cylinder with a cap on it that you can put pins in. So think of drums as more as a cylinder, and I think then your mind starts to go, wait a minute, here I can do something, because maybe you don't care to have a drum sitting on the table, but right. If you think of it as cylinder, because I think of those frame weight that you made, that's that's a cylinder. Now that didn't require a rigid interior thing, but you could do that.
Right. So it actually had a PVC pipe in the middle.
Oh, okay. So
but it did have a rigid. But you could, make something similar.
Yeah.
Without the PVC pipe and the two end caps, I would think.
Yeah. So when it comes to this finishing thing, think of it as finishing a cylinder of any kind, and then you'll start to see the possibilities, because cylinders are just everywhere. So
right. Yeah. And the question was why, and it's like, well, if you do any sort of like doodad decorations, it's nice to have. You want things like if you're making a flower arrangement, you want things that are taller and then things that are shorter, and this enables you to do that like in one of those 3-tier. You could even make a short fat one and put something on top of it,
Yeah. Yeah.
to add some height.
Flower vase with artificial flowers in it.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds
Yes.
of things that come out of and then this video gives you the technique for that. But it was just occurred to me that if you think about it in a different way, not I'm going to make a drum with a top and a bottom, but think about
Right.
it in a different way as a shape, then you start to realize the options, all that you could do with this video, with the technique in this video. So it was a fun video to do. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
It was good. It
So,
was good.
and then also video subscribers. I'm up to 16 now, Friday 5, which are supposed to be 5-minute videos on different topics. And
Never 5.
no, I got close this week though. I was within 30 or 40 seconds, so that was pretty good. But yeah, so I try to. I don't do it every Friday. I start out doing it every Friday, and then yeah, the ideas don't come fast enough, and the time doesn't come fast enough. But I keep it up. I'm 16 of them. I mean,
Right. That's not bad. That's not bad. And it was interesting. Last one was Cindy Russell's
yeah, her
top
keeper.
10.
Yeah, her top
Yeah,
10
that
keeper
was that
project.
was great. That
Yeah,
was really
yeah.
interesting. So
I'll tell you that Schwam white work, Schwam. Oh man,
that's
Cindy,
beautiful.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is
Mm-hmm. Stunning.
top flight. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, I
Yep.
know.
And then right after we record this show for Patreon people, Beth and I are going to do a show about the Vicki Clayton perf linen ground cloth material. And because we've been both doing some stitching on that, so that'll be going up in the next couple of days. So the message is lots of stuff going up on the Patreon page. Join us. It's $5 a month at the base level, and then Silver Needle people are $10 a month, and then that gets you in on the Zoom sessions once a month, or
Right.
sometimes twice a month, depending on schedules. So
Right schedules.
yeah,
It's just always fun. Fun to
yeah.
talk to people.
Yeah, yeah, we have a nice group there. So consider that, and lots of content, and there's all kinds of other videos on there. So lots of things. Yep. Um, let's see what else we got going on. Okay. We'll get to later in the show. We said last time that we would do samplers. So,
Right.
but this time we controlled ourselves and we limited it to 5
Mainly.
ish. A little cheating, a little
A
bit of
little
cheating.
cheating.
Yeah.
Just a titch.
But it was. We'll get to them in a minute. But I was fascinated that when we put our list together, that we both had. There were 2 that
2.
we matched up on. That was kind of fun
Mm-hmm.
in its own right.
Mm-hmm.
So you finished Portefeuille?
I did. I did. I made every effort to get it done this month. I've been working on it for like 15 minutes at a time, sometimes 30 in the morning. It was a kit from the attic. It was the attic conversion of it,
Right.
and it was on 52 or 5362, whatever they call it, sycamore seed pod legacy linen using Swasser Fiend. And then, of course, I had to change the colors because I got some of those from Kim over at Sassy Jack, one of her sales. And so I said, "Oh, I got to add this color and this color." So let's see. I gotta reach because there's no other way to get it. So this is the. I should have pulled it out. Sorry, crinkle. But here's the original. So what I never can you see that? Is it blowing
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, not bad. It's good enough.
Okay. So on the right hand corner of the pattern over here, I never liked it. It was like she ran out of time. She needed it for her aunt's birthday party or whatever. And so she started getting, doing less and less. So it's a lot emptier. It was a lot emptier. And I never liked that. And then she had these huge initials. And they didn't mean anything to me. So I changed it because I could. Okay, this is my board. It does not fit on my board.
Yeah, this is a
Um,
monster. This is big.
yes. So I did the top pretty much as called for. And then I started going down, can't even see, on this right side here, on your left, whatever. And I did fine and I got to this middle big thing. And then I said, I got to decide what I'm going to do with the initials. Going the wrong way.
Yeah.
So those are my mom's initials. And I
Oh,
thought at one point I'd add, my aunts. Well, my mom's family is Hispanic, so I was like, why do we want to put it on a French sampler? It doesn't make any sense. I was like, that wasn't well thought out. So I was like, okay, so what am I going to do? So I went over here and I added the souvenir thing, and then went down and added, I think, stuff over here actually.
uh-huh.
And then I pulled from a few patterns. I've got to fill up that empty space. So I went to Evlia Folk Embroidery, and because she has borders in that book, and I
Oh,
added
yeah.
those. And I went to, and I cannot pronounce the name, but it's from Reflex de Soie. I'm going to pick it up too, because I got to show you the book because I can't pronounce it. It's a huge alphabet sampler. And I got it because I knew I was having problems with this. And so I added some of the motifs from here into this sampler just
Oh,
to fill it out.
to fill it out where she lost interest or ran out of time.
Right. Right. And then I know I pulled something from a Rosewood Manor, one of the borders and corners. I don't remember which one. And then I squished these birds together because I first I put one in and I said, well, I like the other bird facing the other way. So I put them both close and just added a border in. And the squirrel motif came from the Quaker. I don't think it really goes, but I added it anyways because I'm a squirrel and I thought I needed it.
Well, but
So,
it's the kind of sampler where you can drop those things in and they really aren't out of place because it's such a collection of stuff.
right, right. And then the other thing I did was it didn't have any numbers on it. So I think right here I added, let's see that, I added numbers
Mm-hmm.
because I thought I just need some numbers in there. Let's add those. And it
Yeah.
had space. And so I just filled in the space and it made me happier. I still don't know what I'm going to do with it. It is huge.
Yeah.
It is even on 5263, whatever that is. It's just a huge piece.
Yeah. Well,
But it's
that
done.
I remember Jean Lee had hanging in the store. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a photo. I mean, yeah, it was a photo. I'm pretty sure it was a photo of what the original cloth was. The thing was just gigantic. It was absolutely huge. Well, I mean, if you did it on 5360, and that looks like, I mean, that's
Yeah,
plenty to hold up. I mean, that's huge. Yeah.
right. It is. It isn't too tall, but it's
Right.
very wide.
Yeah.
It's very wide. So, and I've never planned on hanging it on the wall. And I have to tell you this. I mentioned that at my guild meeting. I said I brought it to show, or I don't remember. And I said, yeah, I think I'm not going to frame it. And someone said, well, you should bring it to a stash sale so we can buy it from you, which cracked me up because I thought, so somebody, they liked it. They thought it was nice. So that made me feel better that someone in my guild would like it if it ends up in my basement. My
Right.
kids are like, what's this stupid thing sitting
Yeah.
there?
I do love the Hispanic family initials on a French sampler. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I just, and my daughter goes, Rachel said, why did you put her initials on? I said, well, it was easy to change the initials because I couldn't find these letters, whatever these letters are. I couldn't find them in any of my sampler books.
Uh-huh.
So I said, well, I just changed the letters a little bit to make it. I think there is an M and a V or something.
Yeah.
There's an M and a V, And that made it easy. So I said, I just need to figure out the tea, and then I was good. So it was basically laziness is what it was.
Yeah, whatever works. Still, it's beautiful. Worked out great.
It's done. It's done. And I'm glad. I'm glad I
Yeah.
got it finished.
But
It's huge.
there's another example of what we've talked about so many times is with those samplers and having multiple charts and pulling from different charts and how you can,
Right.
you made use of several there to put
Right.
together what you wanted. Yeah.
Right. Right. And it was nice to find what I eventually we just started flipping through them. The Rosewood Manor. I was like, I know I have Rosewood always. Karen always has beautiful corners and borders, and I thought, let's see what she has. See if I can find something that'll fit the space. That was the other thing. What would fit the spaces?
Yep.
And I just need to do that.
Yeah. So. No, that sampler charts are valuable in a lot of ways. Well, when I was putting together my 5 samplers, I ran across a Sassy Jack Sassafras Samplers alphabet chart that I forgot I had. Mm-hmm. So now that is in the bag with all my others to pull from. Right. I was kind of annoyed that I forgot I had it because, sometimes I need one more source. There's got to be a better option. And
right.
Yeah.
Especially with alphabets, because then you have all sorts of, if you're going to personalize it, because I put the year and I have a chop, like my initials stylized.
Yeah.
That I generally put on things somewhere, even if it's tiny, tiny. So I put it on there because I thought, well, I should. It needs to be on there. Yeah, it was fun to do. I'm glad it's done. I've got to figure out how to do something with it so it can go into, not just go into storage.
How about making a drum out of it? No, don't make it.
No. Someone would put their feet on it. That would be the
footrest.
The footrest. That's what it'd be. It'd be so huge.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a nice footrest, Mom. Could you see it now? No.
But that's that's what do you do with such a big piece if you're not going to frame it? I don't know what you do with that because it's huge.
Yeah, I'm thinking a pillow, actually, for a pillow because it is because it's wasserfin. It's washable.
Oh, so there's an option. Yeah.
There is an option. I mean, it's not going to be, I wouldn't put it someplace where it's going to get a lot of use, but someplace where I can put it out, not a big deal.
Yeah. So, yeah, that could work. Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
It's big.
I don't know what else you do.
And if you're not going to, unless you frame it, and that was the other thing I thought. Okay, I've got to think more about this next time I make something. Where am I going to place this?
Yeah.
What am I going to do with it?
Right. Because even if you frame that thing, it's such a giant piece that you better have the right spot for it, or it's just going to be out of place no matter what you do with it.
Right.
So yeah, so that isn't such an automatic thing either. Just frame it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
But it was fun to stitch. It was fun, and I think that was the thing is doing it a little bit every day. I started it in, what did I tell you? Because I looked it up. I started in November of 2021.
Yeah. And see, that's, that is the example, and you've talked about it so many times, of doing just a little bit every day. Because when you said you finished it, I thought, how'd you finish that thing? Well, because you've been picking at it just a little bit every day, and enough time goes by and it's done. Yeah.
Right. Most of the time, 15 minutes. Sometimes it was 5. That's all I got. It was the only thing I stitched on that day. But it was something I could pick up and put away. It was easy to do.
Yeah. Now, when you got toward the end, did you dig in? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I started doing a little bit more, giving myself a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Putting another thread in or whatever. Just because you're, when you get so close, it's like, I got to get this done.
Yeah. Yeah. You get that. You get the bit in your teeth and you got to go. Yep.
Got to go. Got to move forward.
For people listening to the audio version, we'll have a photo of that and we'll put it on Instagram, and so you can see what it is. And that would this is one where I would remind you on the website, if you click on the photo, there's clicking on the photo on the website, there's always a larger version available behind that because it looks small, and then just click on it if you want to see the bigger version. But yeah, well, it sure is a beautiful piece. Nice.
Nice to have it done.
Yep. Yep. Okay, Phoenix Band Sampler. I promised I would stitch on it, and I have to tell you, I have not because life. I've done a lot of Fiber Talk stuff, a ton of Fiber Talk stuff, but that sampler has not been part of the Fiber Talk stitching thing. No. So, but you've been plugging away on the third band.
The third band, and Lori Mann was at a Patreon with Jessica Grimm, and I said, because I asked Jessica how she was doing on hers, and she said she stopped because her threads she needs to stitch them twice because to get enough coverage.
Oh.
And then I complained that these elongated raised stitches are a bear to do, and there's a million of them. And Lori said, "Yeah, band 3 takes a while." And I was like, "I wish you'd said that before." So, because there's a lot. They're tiny, and you're making a ton of them. And I thought when I looked at the band, it looks like a little narrow band. It's got these little raised stitches, and then you do like some sort of Algerian eye, or maybe it's I don't know what's in the middle, and then you do another row of those raised stitches. I said, "Oh, this will go fast, no problem."
Not so much.
No, and then I'm using 2 colors of orange, and it's silk. So I do one. You have to tack it to make sure that last stitch doesn't slide.
Oh.
And then I move it to the correct place. You've got this length of thread. You can see I'm moving my hands so you can see this.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see how you're doing it. Yes, it's quite clear. Yeah.
Right. And then you do the second thread with the second color, and so I'm alternating. I think would be a lot faster if you used a single variegated thread, whatever she calls for.
Yeah. Yeah.
But here, I'll show you. Mine is behind me here. I think I sent you photos of this, but here it is.
Oh yeah.
So see through.
Well, so you're at least in the back end of the band anyway.
Right. And on the black, sometimes I can't do more than a length of thread, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done for tonight. Yeah. It's got to stop. So yes, but it looks. I think the color's good. When I looked at it, the light was shining on it in the morning, and I was like, oh, that looks. I'm glad I alternated. I think it adds something to it when you see it in person. Yeah. And these are Vicky Clayton silks, these orange that I'm using, and they just shimmer. Yeah. And shine in the light. They're just gorgeous. Yeah. And the Silks for You is the big red color, and it's nice too. Yeah. So
no, you got an excellent combination of colors, no question. Yeah.
So it's big. It's taking longer than I expected, but that's okay. It's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable stitch.
Yeah. And it's going to fall down. You know it's going to fall down the minute you turn around.
I know. Just put it on the floor. The cat's not anywhere around. I don't know where he disappeared. So he won't rub on it. Yep. The cat on my black stitching. Yuck.
Yo, don't do that. No. Well, anyway, for those who are considering the Phoenix Band Sampler or working on it, it's still an active project. So have at it. And if you are wondering what it's about, just put in Phoenix Band Sampler, and you'll find it on the website or on the YouTube. We've done a couple of shows just about it, so yes. Either way, and you can catch up in a hurry if you get at it.
Right. So I'm planning on taking 1.5 years, 2 years on it. So yeah, I'll keep plugging away at it. It's going to be one of those that I know it's going to take me a while now. So it's do a little bit every month, and it'll get done.
It gets done, yeah. You did a thing this past week that it basically has me thinking, and that is you shut off Instagram and Facebook. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, you've had me thinking, you've had me much more conscious of the amount of time I do scrolling through everything, but particularly needlework. Just, yeah, yeah.
Right.
You really have me trimming off the time because it's a lot. Yeah.
All right.
You just
I
shut them
found that
off.
I just shut them off for the week, and I did it. I think I did it on Sunday, and then I turned them back on Sunday again, and then I realized I really didn't miss it that much. I I had to get back on to put something on for my embroidery guild for the local guild,
Yeah.
and then I also wanted to post something, and I was like, okay, you're done. You're done. You just need to shut it off again. There's It's just too much noise. It becomes what you do when you're bored. At least for me, I do it when I'm bored, when I'm hungry, when I'm stressed.
Yeah.
It's like this has got to go because I wasn't working on stitching. I would scroll on my phone rather than stitch. It's like why?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Nothing news happened.
I was going to say, and getting absolutely nothing out of it, just chewing up
Right,
time. Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah.
There's there's very few things that have really I'm thinking, okay, that's helpful. I want to go back and look at that. But most of it's just noise.
Yeah.
It's just noise. And the challenge came from the book The Artist Way by Julia Cameron. It's an old book. This is I think the 10th anniversary copy, and I think they're at 25 or something. So it's an old book. And I did it before, but I don't ever remember doing a no read. It's a no read challenge, is what it is. But I realized I don't read that much anymore, as we discussed one time with Cindy.
Yeah.
And so I decided I just needed to shut off social media. And I actually stopped watching as much FlossTube, as much YouTube. If I watched something, it was like something more educational, like the sinking of a ship or something. I don't remember
Yeah.
what came up
Uh-huh.
on my feed. But it was better than just mindlessly watching somebody show their embroidery. And I
Yeah.
wasn't learning anything. I wasn't really, it was just like wasting time.
Yeah. 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 YouTube is my downfall. And one thing that I've been making a point to do is have YouTube on when I'm doing something else, when I'm doing something
Mm-hmm.
productive, rather than
Right.
just sitting there with it on. And so
Mm-hmm.
that, at least,
Right.
I'm getting things done. I'm getting
Right.
making progress somewhere. Yeah.
Right. Right.
So,
But it cuts off the noise. And I think cutting off that noise um, gives you the opportunity to think about what you already have,
yeah.
your own work.
Yeah.
What are you working on? What do you want to work on? Instead
Yeah.
of looking at what other people are doing.
Right. Yeah.
And
And why aren't you? Yeah. And
right,
you're sitting here staring at the screen, and why aren't you working on your thing? Yeah. It's like, well, we commented last time. Both of us listed all our 10 favorite things, and we weren't working on any of them.
right,
Well, yet we're both working on multiple projects, but the ones that we would keep if we had to choose, we weren't working on any of them. That's just dumb.
right, right,
You know,
right.
I mean, that makes,
Crazy.
yeah, there's something wrong with that picture. Um,
Right.
so, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
It's I think it's a and that makes you stop and think, so why am I not working on what I want to work on? Why am I watching somebody else work on their projects
yeah,
and I'm just not working on my own?
right,
I don't know. It
right.
just
Yeah, we need to, and we, I mean, not just you and me, but we as a general group need to take an evaluation of that.
Mhm.
And if you're going to have stuff on, can it be on in the background while you're being productive? Um,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fiber
You
Talk excluded from this, but you could put
well,
Fiber Talk on in the background, and you
right.
know, yeah,
And I found I do a lot of canning at this time of year, and it's incredibly, let's face it, it's kind of mindless. It doesn't require a lot of brain.
Right.
So having something like YouTube on, that's when I normally listen. I make a playlist and it just goes while I'm peeling or chopping or doing whatever, and it makes the time pass faster. And I
Yeah.
feel like I'm learning something then. Just to sit and watch it, I find is what I don't like. And for me, what was especially bad was Facebook and Instagram, because then I was just scrolling. I was looking and I was like, why?
Yeah.
In fact, one time it was so bad, Instagram even said, "You've been on this a lot.
Oh no,
Maybe you
you
should
hit
turn
that.
me off."
You hit that point.
Yes.
Whoa.
And I'd never seen
Whoa.
that before. And I was like, why are you telling me to get off?
Whoa. I knew
So
that existed, but I've never hit that point. Oh,
I
Beth.
did. I
Oh,
did. I was
that's a
like, okay.
that's a sign from the good Lord above. You need to do something else, lady.
Yeah, yeah. I think I was particularly tired that day,
Oh
but
man.
it was like, oh yeah. So it was, but it has been nice. I really don't miss it. Every now and then I miss. I think, oh, I wonder what so and so's doing,
Yeah.
or, hmm. But for the most part, I don't
Yeah.
miss it at all.
Yep. Well, that's, I eat up a lot of podcasts, YouTube videos for sure. I find myself watching those in lieu of TV shows. Um, but podcasts I eat those like candy, but I do them while I'm riding.
Right.
And I have Shocks bone conduction headphones. And yeah, exactly. And so I can hear the cars around me. I can hear cars coming. I can hear all the things I need to not get run over. But I can listen to those things are phenomenal. They're just the best. And when I head out to ride, there's 3 or 4 podcasts already in the queue, and you just hit it and go. And when I'm on busy roads, because of the bone conduction and open ear, when I'm on a busy road, I can't hear the podcast, so I just pause it
Right.
until and then the majority, fortunately, where I ride, majority of my riding is on country roads where I might have a car or two go by in an hour, so I can just go on. But yeah, I line those up. So there's where I gain knowledge. I learn things, but I'm also accomplishing something by riding my bike. So
Right.
yeah,
Right. And it keeps it. You're out so long. You need something to occupy your mind.
right, yeah, yeah, yeah. 3 and 4 hours of bike riding. Yeah, you need something
Right. Right.
yeah. So, well, I have to say you got me. You got me trimming back the time. I have not, just this past week, I have not used as much time on social media as normal. And I mean, I
Right.
can still cut back quite a bit, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't miss it. And I had to tell, because I would get notifications that my sisters were sending me things, or my daughter was sending me things. And I was like, I'm not, I think I cut off my account. And my sister said, you can never cut off. They've got you on Instagram. It's like, yes, but I'm not reading this stuff. So just
Right.
stop sending me. If you want me to
Yep.
see it, send me a text.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
So
so
yeah. I
highly
think
recommend.
we all could take a lesson from that, no question. Yeah. Yep.
Highly recommend. Yeah.
Um, let's see. Why don't we do our samplers here? Because we're going
Oh
to run
yeah.
out of time. So let's do our samplers. Um,
Okay. So you said we should only pick five, and I was trying to be good, but I couldn't just pick five.
yeah, I didn't either. So, all right.
But I
So
have a
let
reason for mine. So, but
okay.
go ahead.
All right. So here's the two that we both. These are the two that we both chose, and we didn't put our heads together. Beth just sent me
No.
her list. I put my list together, and I didn't even look at your list until I had my list together, and it was like, wow, bingo. So the first one's Botany Bay, and this one I'm actively stitching on. Like when I'm watching football and stuff, and I can have my concentration split between two things. I'm actively stitching on this. I really like this sampler.
So are you working the border first, or are you working down your way down?
Uh, I have done some of the alphabet, and I've done on the left side. I've done the first tree and a couple dogs.
Okay.
But I've been working on the top border, and I got all the way across and down, so I know that everything is accurate and gonna match up. So, but yeah, I don't know what it is about this. I just really like it. And I cannot wait to get to the ships and some of the other stuff.
Well, and I think that's what I like about it. It's got those ships and those trees. Those trees just cross stitch.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
look at the back. I think they'd be fun as something else.
yeah.
I'd have to
I'm
look at them a little more closely.
I'm straightening it, stitching it straight up. Because I am using it because Sunday afternoon. I'll admit, Sunday afternoon from noon till 10:30 at night, I'm watching football, and so I just haul out Botany Bay and I sit there and with a Diet Pepsi and I just stitch away and watch football. And yep. But no, I like this
Yeah,
one a lot. Yeah,
yeah. I think it's just interesting. I think it has a lot of interesting motifs. The ship
yeah,
with the rigging, and I don't know. It just the colors look fun. I know I got it kitted. I pulled threads, and I have fabric. I haven't put a stitch in.
yeah.
There.
It's big. It's a big one. I'm doing mine
What
on
count are
40
you
count.
doing it on?
40
40
count.
count?
My
Okay.
usual. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
I'm
it's
wondering. Maybe I should move down.
like the colors, everything. And that's something that we need to do. We need to put together, because you said that sycamore seed pod. That for the next go round, we need to get Cindy in on this one too. I think we need to put together a list of if you were going to buy a yard of linen, what colors would you buy because they'll work on so many different projects. I think that's
Right. And sycamore seed pod, because it's a legacy linen.
yeah.
I think the same color is, oh, oh shoot, I had it in my head. It's millet, something millet. I have it.
Yes.
I have my 17th century on it.
Yeah, there's a millet. Yeah, there is a millet. Yeah. Yeah.
So it goes down. It's the same color, but it's different sizes of linen, different counts. So that
Yeah.
is a beautiful color. That color is gorgeous, and I love stitching on legacy linen.
Yeah. And there's a
I love stitching
platinum.
on.
I have a yard of platinum. Some I don't know who made it, but platinum is one. But we need to put
Mhm.
together a list of, and I'm not talking over dyed. I'm talking just solid linens that it would be. Here's 4 or 5 that if you had a yard of each of those stuck away in a drawer, and then you'd pulled out a sampler to do it or a cross stitch of any kind, and needed a piece of linen, any one of those would probably work for you without um,
Right, right.
special order. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Good.
that'd be a good list. So, all right, so Botany Bay sampler and
Okay, just one more question. What are you stitching for threads? Is it Cosmos?
Cosmo threads. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. That Kim put together for me. She did the
Okay.
conversion at Sassy Jacks. Yeah. So there's
Yeah.
some DMC in there because there was not a good conversion for. It's always the same thing. You can do
Right.
most, but there's probably half dozen DMCs in there that there just was no way. So, well, I mean, Kim said there was no way, and she knows a whole lot more about it than I do. Uh,
Right. Right.
so yeah, yeah, that's if people are interested in Botany Bay and want to do it in Cosmo threads, which are excellent threads, uh, let me know and I'll send the conversion. I'm sure Kim doesn't have it handy anymore, but I'll send it to Kim because that's her work. So you'd want to buy the kit from her. But
Right.
Cosmo threads are really nice. So yeah,
Hmm.
yep.
Yes.
All right. Then the other one that we matched up on, I got a chuckle out of it from a sampler, Marguerite Lucan. I guess we'd say it
Okay,
that
that's
way.
good. That sounds good.
Yeah. Who man?
I know, I know. And I'm looking at it now. Okay, the stitches used are our favorite Montenegrin,
Yep.
marking cross, diagonal cross, double running, diamond eyelet, satin, woven wheel, Algerian eye, long arm cross, four sided, reversible cross, this chain, holly point, spiral trellis, and various forms of detached buttonhole.
Yeah, I think it says at the bottom this is for a very advanced. Yeah,
Yes, it's
yeah,
not a
yeah.
beginner piece by any means.
And for audio listeners, I will make a slideshow on the page for this podcast. I'll make a slideshow so you can see all of them. I'll do them in the order that we did them in the show here, so you can see them. But yeah, this one, because we had that. Well, it was, I don't know how long ago, a long time ago. You and I bought a bunch of the sampler
Right.
uh, charts, and I hauled those out first when it came to what 5, and this is the one that well, I kept 2 of them, but this was the one that
Well,
we
and
we
then we
both
have the.
matched up.
Do you have the pineapple one? That was the only other one I thought about pulling out and putting on this list.
Almost put it on the list, but yeah, I have it. Almost put it
Yes.
on the list
Yeah.
and didn't. No, no.
I just I think this one appeals to me because of the colors. I know it's pinks and blues,
Yeah,
but it's got all this gorgeous, gorgeous detached work and that middle. So I think I'd work it from the bottom up
yeah, yeah.
on this
I
one.
would break with my normal top left and go bottom up. I agree with you. Yeah.
And so the bottom has alphabets on it, and there's probably an Algerian alphabet. Who knows what else is
I
in
about
there?
guarantee you there is. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that
probably a
white work
satin stitch
section,
one. Yeah, yeah, the white work's gorgeous. She goes, and she says in there's a little bit of cut work in the middle.
yeah, a little
Okay,
bit.
I have to see where that is. But then the top is where that's what really calls my name is all that detached stuff.
Yep.
And
Stunning.
yes,
Yeah.
lots
Big.
and lots of detached. It's big.
Yep.
And you wouldn't want to do it on too small of a count. I mean, she has it on 40. I think it just would be too difficult if you move to 40, unless you're really an excellent stitcher. I mean, you've done this before, and it's because I think you'd have to really size down to get the detail you wanted
Right.
on the piece.
Yeah. Yeah, because that with some of these stitches, if you get your ground cloth count too high, yeah, you start to lose detail because you can't. It just becomes a jumble.
Right,
Yeah.
right, and then you're kind of stuck.
Yeah.
And you don't want that. I mean, after you spend all that time on it, you
Right.
want people to be able to see. Now that one I would frame. If I ever got that done, I would frame
Yeah. Oh, no question. I mean, that is a showpiece. That is
it.
absolute showpiece. Yeah. Yeah. So okay. So those are the 2 that we ended up uh, matching up on. So then, all right. Now
Right.
here's Beth's. So your first one
Okay.
is the checkerboard stag sampler.
Okay. So actually, I what I did in my head was I grouped them together. I grouped the checkerboard stag, which is I think it's from a Mexican sampler. Luz Gonzalez, which is from Samplers Remembered, and then Mexican Garden
Okay.
from Queenstown Samplers. Okay, so that's Luz Gonzalez
Right.
from Samplers Remembered, and then the Mexican Garden. Because go back to my portafette, I need to do a Mexican sampler that I like. I put all my aunts and my
Oh.
grandmother's name, and do
Oh.
that as sort of a genealogy sampler for
Oh.
my
Okay.
family. So I'm kind of collecting them now. There's one that's called Aztec Gold that I don't have from Queenstown Sampler
Yeah.
Designs.
That's a nice one.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I thought of, just again, I'm not going to do them as charted. I'm going to pull them together, pick motifs, and make a sampler with them all together. And it's probably be huge. But the Mexican samplers used to be big. A lot of them were huge. So, but yeah, that was my plan. That's why I picked those three because I thought, okay, that's in my head to do. I
Okay, so these three then are really pieces to make a new whole.
right, right.
Okay, cool.
Not that I don't like them individually. I just
Yeah,
think I want to make one for my. See, I love that one. The flowers,
Luis
those red
Gonzalez. Yeah,
flowers, Luis Gonzalez, the flowers, and then those. I don't know what those blankety kind of. They look like Mexican blankets or blankets from the Southwest.
yeah.
Those designs, and I just think that would be so fun to do. And I
That's
don't know.
cool.
I know I want to put the Aztec stitch in, so I'm not sure which one of those, if any of them have the Aztec stitch in it. But I've got to find something that does. And then it was pointed out to me that EGA has a petite project that's the Aztec stitch.
Oh,
That if you're a member, you can download that for free. And I thought, perfect,
there we go.
perfect.
Well,
Love
that'll be
that
fun
too.
to see what you do with that. I was going to ask you in Spanish, is Luz, is that short for something? Is that a girl's name?
I don't know. I
Don't
don't
know. You're supposed to know these things.
I'm sorry, I don't. I don't lose. I see that. Yeah, none of my relatives were called Luz. Lupe and
Oh, I thought sure you'd know because that's
nope.
unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, maybe somebody
But
will
yeah,
know.
yeah. Someone comment. But that's beautiful. I love that samplers remembered.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I have all those added to my list because
Okay.
I thought, okay, I've got to figure out how to incorporate them all together, make
That's going
one
to be a
big
challenge in
sample.
itself. Yeah.
Right, right. But I probably will make copies and literally cut and paste them because I
Yeah.
think that would be the easiest way.
Yeah.
And I think those two little checkerboard
Those guys, I
stags
mean,
are
that's it makes me smile every time I see the checkered board uh, stags. They're just comical. Yep.
right, right. And I think they just need to be added. I think
Yep.
they just need to be added.
Yep.
So
And they have Rocky and Bullwinkle face to them.
right,
They have
right,
a Bullwinkle. The head is like almost
mm-hmm.
exact copy. So well,
Mm-hmm.
Bullwinkle would
Right,
be a copy of them because this was way before Bullwinkle showed up. So
right,
um,
right.
yeah.
It and I think this one is in that magazine that's out of print that you can get a CD of antiques and
Oh, that samplers where you
mm-hmm.
get this. Yeah, I have the DVDs or whatever they are. Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah, that'd be
But I
another
think,
show. That'd be another show is to get those out and pick out 5 from those DVDs.
oh yes, that would be hard to do
Yeah.
because there's some pretty ones in there. But yeah,
Are
this would
we, you know,
I'm
go ahead.
hmm.
I'm sorry.
I just think that this is going to be fun to put together. It's just on my head. It's been in
Yeah.
my brain for a while.
Yeah. I'm going to save my question for when we're done. I'll make a note. Okay, so
Okay, make
those
a note.
3. So that's most interesting
Yeah,
that you're going to do that. And then you have Christian Henry from Sassafras.
right. And the alphabets up top are, they're just alphabets. They're fine. But I was at a soiree and Kim said, there's all these specialty stitches down there. And I was like, what? What? So there's Algerian eyelets, running stitch, herringbone stitch, and chain stitch. And so I keep thinking that'll be fun to stitch those. Add some. So the bottom is what intrigues me about this is the fun because that heart and that kind of diamond thing are Algerian eyelets. And so do you stitch it from the center or do you do the outline and stitch in?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to try. It's going to be
Yeah.
a little experiment. I've never done that many stacked together because I think when you pull, because I think they're pulled, it's going to distort the fabric.
Yeah.
Is it going to make it too hard to go in? Do you have to start in and go out? Does that make sense? Because
Yeah.
your linen threads are going to crush. Will you be able to
Right.
find the right hole?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That's my that's so yeah, that was my. It's like, okay, yeah, I got to do this one.
Well, this one, if I were to do it, I think I would do it from the Bible verse down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'd bother with all that alphabet at the top because it just looks like a jumble to me. But from the Bible verse down, I think that's
Right.
a nice sampler. Yeah, I think I'd do that much. Yeah.
It's and I haven't done one with red and green Scottish sampler. I thought, okay, this would be fun. This would be fun to stitch.
Yeah. Yeah. And for folks who don't know, Sassafras Samplers is Kim Young at Sassy Jack Stitchery. It's her reproduction sampler brand, and you can get all the sassafras, and there's a rack of them. There's a bunch of them
Yes.
from
Yes.
Kim at Sassy Jacks. Yeah. And then I was curious about, where did you get this Dorcas Haynes one?
I looked all over the internet because I'd been wanting it for a while. No, I know I got it from the attic. I did call the attic for it.
Oh, you got it from the attic?
Yes, it's
Because
in
I
the
would do
attic
this
conversion.
one.
It's an attic conversion. Right before it was in December, January, and they were going through Jean's favorite sampler list. Now I had seen it before. I've seen Dorcas Haynes several times before. I think before I even was interested in doing samplers myself. And this one always is called to me. It's the colors, it's the bands, it's complicated. It's got queen stitches. What else does it have? I got to pull it out. Should say here. Okay, here it is. Stitches used are cross, double running, counted satin, queen, detached buttonhole, closed herringbone, double diagonal back stitch, eyelet, Parisian, Florentine, bullion knots, and tent. It is recommended for advanced needleworkers.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
and I think it's also very balanced. Doesn't have the white work like Marguerite does, but I think that to me it looks balanced. It looks,
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it.
No, it's well designed. There's a nice variety. You would not be bored with this. It's not like you'd get into a slog through a whole bunch of alphabets. And then there's so many bands that could stand on their own.
Right.
You talk about drums, cylinders, but those three bands with the grapes or whatever, and I'm sure that's Montenegrin snaking through there. You could take each one of those out and stitch that band and wrap it around something and have a beautiful piece. Yeah.
Right. And I know that acorns have detached buttonhole on them, which I think I love that. And I just have always liked this sampler. It's just one of those that I'm like, okay. And it will definitely be a challenge. It would definitely be a challenge to get it done.
Yeah.
So the attic had it. They were running a little special, and I was like, okay, just bite the bullet, just get it, and you can have it. So I have it kitted. I have it kitted in.
Oh, you have it kitted and everything. You're ready to go.
Yes. Yeah, if you want to look at the threads.
Oh my.
There's
Holy
the threads
smokes.
with 103.
On what cloth?
Oh, what is the cloth? It is 40 count Newcastle.
Oh, yep.
So, I mean, it doesn't need a overdyed. It doesn't need an overdyed.
No way you're putting that on an overdye. No way.
No.
It would
This is
ruin it.
yeah, it's platinum. Yeah, I mean, there's no need. It's got so much stitching on it. Why would you? Why would you bother? You
No,
can't see it. You won't see it.
you'd ruin the sampler if you put it on an overdye. No way.
It doesn't need it. You don't need it, and that would make it tighter. I don't think. I think you could do it on 45.
No,
Why? I think why would you torture yourself? I mean,
no.
it's going to be tough enough with this, and I think I'll probably pull DMC if I have to do any satin or um, yeah, satin stitch.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I even if I use it to pad it, or just to lay on top of it, or find a different silk than because I think the 103s are more of a round,
Uh-huh.
and I want something flat, something that I can make nice and flat and shiny.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It
yeah.
this interests me because these are samplers that appeal to me, and I almost have said twice now I'm going to go order that from the attic. But okay, then I look at what I looked all the ones I went through to come up with my
Mhm.
half dozen. I'm 70 years old,
How many are we going to get done?
right? So, but man, that's beautiful. That's standout. That's standout.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. And one of the ones I've thought about getting that I haven't purchased. Every now and then someone in my guild is working on this one. Is Laura Standish,
Oh, uh-huh. Yeah.
which is a beautiful
Yep.
historic sampler, and it's
Yeah.
gorgeous. And I think, yeah,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yep. So
crazy
I'm
talk.
I'm yes, I'm stopping myself. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because yeah.
Because we need to.
If I did all of the samplers that I bought when we bought those, that would be huge. Just
Yeah,
those. That would be huge.
right,
Yeah.
right, right. And how long does it take us to finish things? I started um, Portafet in 21,
Right.
end of 21, so 22, 23, 24.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
takes a while.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm not going to buy Dorcas Haynes, though.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So that's yours. And then, well, let's see here. Now mine. Now I did okay. This was I have these two. All right. I bought these a long time ago from Just Stitching Along. They're Lucy Calcutt and 1825 and 1826. So Lucy stitched these when she was 8 and 9. And I've always thought that was such a cool thing. There's nothing complex about them. They're nothing flashy. They're basic, solid, well-designed samplers. But I've just always liked that Lucy Calcutt did a sampler of this size when she was 8, and then went back and did another one when she was 9. And these are good sized samplers. And I've always thought to have those two hanging on a wall would be a real plus. So
Those are and they're beautiful. I
yeah,
wonder how many of the same colors they use.
I haven't done
That
that
would be
analysis,
interesting.
but I'll bet a bunch. Yeah,
Yeah. I they have called my name more than once, and I've resisted, which is
yep,
amazing. It's amazing.
yeah. Well,
But they're beautiful.
that was an easy call for me because I remember when what's her name? Just Stitching Along. I hate that.
And I know who you're talking, and I
Yeah.
can't think of her name. People are yelling at us.
Huge Rolling Stones
It's
fan. Probably hasn't missed a Rolling Stones concert in 20 years. Yeah, it'll come to me when we're done recording.
Mhm.
But yeah, when she said that she had another one the next year, it was like, okay, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. So,
Yeah.
so those two, and then I don't know what it is, and I did not. I could have done complex stuff, but I decided to pick some that were more approachable. Um, so this one, it 5 Deer from Queenstown Sampler. I don't know what it is about this one. I just like it. It's just a simple, small sampler. I've always liked it. And again, then why haven't you stitched it? You know? Um,
Right. But you know what? It looks very much like you could do that for our 250th. Red,
yes,
white, and blue. It would be so fun to do that.
yes, yep. Good call. Yeah, I just like it. It just has a thing to it.
Yeah, it does. It's got a nice look.
Yeah. So that one, and then
Oh,
Jane Turner. I I had to have one more from the sampler, and Jane Turner I've actually started on,
oh,
and
so have I. I
then put it
forgot about
away.
Jane. I forgot about Jane because she wasn't with my other samplers.
Oh, oh,
She's still somewhere. Where did I put her?
yeah.
Huh.
No, because that's all kitted. I've actually done stitching on it. Yeah,
And that girl
yep,
in the middle.
yep. I just like everything about it. I mean, it's complex, it's advanced,
Mhm.
it's detailed. There's some tough stitching in there, but it is just beautiful. And again, why? So then, why have I not? Why is it put away? What's wrong with me?
So what year did she stitch that one?
1668. That's the other part.
Yes.
1668. All this complexity, beauty, everything. Yeah,
Right.
so amazing.
Right.
Yep. So,
Oh, that's a gorgeous
yep.
one.
So Jane Turner, that was easy call. And then this one, Sarah Barker, 1840. Now this is another simple one from Needlework Press, but in the middle is just just standard lame alphabet bands. But that border to me is that's I don't even care what the center is. You know, the center's just a throwaway. Just to be able to do that border, I just really like that border.
The border is gorgeous. I wouldn't, I wonder if you could just do the border
Yeah,
and do something else in the center.
yeah,
Obviously. I mean, even if you, I mean, you could take it to a somebody who's a good framer and make it a picture frame.
mm-hmm. You know what? You just gave me an idea. I
Uh-huh.
take the birds from Beloved Running with Needles and Scissors
Yes,
and recolor them to make them the colors fit this border and plop them in the middle.
you're a brave man to recolor them.
I'm an idiot, but but because to plop those because those are beautiful birds to put those in the middle of all these flowers would be
Yes.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
I think so. But
And
yeah,
that would
when
work.
this one because when I got all my samplers out, I have a file box where I have all my sampler charts stored.
Hmm.
This is not in that box anymore. This is in the cabinet behind me for short list stuff. Yeah, it was like, how did I forget about this one? Yeah.
Right. Right.
So, yep.
Yeah, that is gorgeous. I can see it. I can see the birds in there.
Yeah. Oof. Recoloring them. I don't know. We'll
I
see.
know. I know. Yeah. In your
So,
spare time.
yeah, exactly. So those are my five,
Wow.
six, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't count.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But I think it's so fun that we both ended up with two that we matched up on. Yeah.
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 And I forgot about Jane Turner.
Yep. I didn't. I didn't. That one has. If I wasn't actively working on Botany Bay, I probably would have that out because that when I put that away, it's like oh, because it had been sitting out. I had other things I was working on, and I thought I better put this away just to protect it, you know.
Right.
And I just should just haul it out and say everything else goes to the side. I'm not doing it. Yeah, or I'm doing it and not the other stuff. So yeah.
Right. Right. Stitch what you enjoy.
Yep. I
Or
think
what
so.
Marga wants you to put on the wall.
Oh, she latched onto that Fractor B thing. It's in her office. I don't know what she's going to
Is
do with
she?
it. Yeah, she. She actually, I didn't even hand it to her. She came in and just took it off the table. Yeah, she said, what are you going to do with that? I said, throw it in a drawer. I want it. And then it was gone. So, yeah,
Well,
whatever.
nice.
I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Yep.
You had
So,
fun stitching. That's it. That's my see, and that's the thing. I think I enjoy stitching things. Sometimes I don't plan on putting them on the wall. I just enjoy the stitching
right.
process. And Portafette was one of those.
Yeah.
It was fun to stitch. Now I'm done. I can move on to something
Yep.
else.
Yeah. I mean, for me, that's all of them are like that. I don't have an end anything for any of them. I just enjoy doing them. So, yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We better stop. Probably because I haven't looked at the clock. Sure enough, we have to stop. So,
Yes.
Sunday, Hillary Leslie, H. Leslie Design. Check her out. Really some cool embroidery stuff. And next week will be the first week in October, won't it?
Yes, it
No.
will.
Is that right?
Yes, it will. I
So
think
we'll
so.
have, I think so. Geez, what happened? So
We're
we'll have
retired. We don't know.
I don't know, even know what day it is. We'll have a stitch hour for that. Join Patreon if you're of a mind, patreon.com/fibertalk. That's it. Thanks for listening.
Bye.